I like a nice cup of tea in the morning, for to start the day, you see. And at 11:30, well, my idea of heaven is a nice cup of tea.
Good morning, welcome to stampsandtea.com. Hey, I hope you got your cup of tea and are ready to learn this super easy, fun technique. And it's easy when you have the right tools. We're going to do some watercolouring. I'm using this stamp set here. I love it, the Hostess set, Simply Sketched. And the secret to great watercolouring is, in fact, a lovely watercolour paper. Doesn't look like anything special, it looks kind of boring, but it just has a nice weave to it, so it's smooth enough to be able to stamp an image, but it's absorbent enough to be able to take the ink. So check this out. This is the black Stays On ink. Now, as you know, the Stays On is kind of dry, so you've got to work your stamp hard and then press down pretty hard and pretty fast. If I dilly-dally too much and talk too much, then it dries out, and I don't like how the image I get. So here's the secret: work it pretty hard. I'm a little bit off center there, so you know, every piece of paper comes with two sides, so I get to do a little do-over. Let's see if I can get it a bit more centered. If not, the other side was good enough. There you go, I like that more. Good enough, moving on. So I'm just gonna let that dry a quick second, and then I can start coloring it in. So here's my secret. I'm going to use the Aquapainter. You can simply use a wet watercolor brush if you prefer. I love this though. It just takes regular water out the tap. You don't need anything special, just plain old water. And if I knock it over, I can't make a mess. That's really what I need, because I'm terrible at that. So you're just going to squeeze it a little bit till you get a little bit of water out, and make sure it's running clear, which mine is. And then take your ink pad, squeeze your ink pad and open it up, and you'll have this big puddle of ink in here. Now, these new ink pads give you a ton of ink, which I like, but it means that it's kind of a strong colour. So I'm just picking up a little bit of ink from the edge here, and then I can paint with it. If I go in the middle, I'm going to get a much darker colour, and if I go from the edge, it's going to be lighter. So what I like to do is just come with a pretty light wash first, move in pretty fast, just put a light layer over. And then if you think about it, when you see watercolouring, the beauty of it is that it doesn't always go up to the edges. You don't have to fill in every white spot. And then you can come back and just add some deeper colour where you want it. And see how it kind of bleeds out and it goes kind of blurry and splodgy. That's the look I like. And then if it's coming too dark, you can always just take a paper towel and touch on it, and it'll lift off some of your colour for you. So I usually move pretty fast. I don't worry too much about it. Just smudge it around a little bit. Then when I want to change colours, I'm going to squeeze it, go on my piece of paper towel until it runs clear, and pick up the next colour. So I'm using Calypso Coral, and this is Pear Pizzazz. I'm not really going in the lines, but luckily you don't have to. You can just pretend you meant it to look like that. And then this is my favourite part. I come back and I'm taking, this is crumb cake. I'm going to take a tiny little bit of crumb cake and just come in and add some shadows. I think this just gives you some texture and some depth to your image. You don't want it to be too dark, and again, you don't want it to be too specific. So here's my finished piece here. Now I can go about assembling it. So I have a piece of Sahara sand cardstock that I already cut and scored down. I'm going to glue my watercolour piece onto a piece of soft suede, like this. I'm trying not to press too hard on the inky bit so I don't get ink everywhere, although I already did get ink all over my hands today. But there you go, it wouldn't be a normal day if I didn't have ink all over my hands. I'm going to come back with the soft suede and stamp the greeting. There's 3 greetings in this set. Happy birthday, thanks so much, and with heartfelt sympathy. So today I'm going to use the heartfelt sympathy because you just never know when you're going to need a sympathy card. I'm going to put that on. Then I'm going to take a little piece of this burlap ribbon. I love this. Look how pretty it is. Burlap, I'm just seeing burlap everywhere right now. It's really a nice accessory. So I'm just going to cut a little piece. I'm not worried really too much about whether it's the right length, luckily. And I'm going to just fray a little bit off the end here. And then the nice thing about this burlap ribbon is I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of stitched along the edges so it doesn't unravel. It does, however, make a big mess when you do this. All the little bits come off. Now I'm going to take a couple of glue dots. Never ever touch a glue dot. Put your ribbon on it and use your nail to press right through to pick it up. If you touch it, it just immediately turns into a big old booger. So now I can press this down wherever I want it. And take this piece, come back with a couple of puffies. Oh, moving a little ink around. Oh, I peeled the whole thing off. No. No, that's better. Put this on, like this. And you see where my watercolouring wasn't that great, but you know, it looks cute when it's done. It's not really a technique that you have to be that careful with or really work that hard at. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. A quick and easy card today, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye bye now.